But there is a lot of damage there, and it's occurring all throughout the muscles that are being used, okay? So that's what is causing the soreness. Hey guys, Mark McKill here with Live Anabolic, and today I want to talk to you about what you should do when you get sore. I like wearing these, it just makes me look and feel a lot smarter. Anyway guys, all of you all out there who are beginners watching this video right now, and there's a ton of you, okay? And I don't mean necessarily beginners for the first time in their entire life. You're a beginner if you've just laid off for a month or two and you're getting back into the exercise routine. It's gonna affect all of you guys, it affects me. If I just take a week or two off, I get really sore when I get back into my normal workout routine. So what the heck? What can we do to minimize this soreness? Well, I have a whole long list of suggestions here. And first off, before I get to that, I want to kind of give you a feeling for what's really going on with our body. Why are we sore? First off, this is not lactic acid buildup in your muscles, okay? Two different things. When you're doing a really hard, long set, a lot of reps, a lot of time under tension, you'll just get fatigued and you'll have to stop because the muscles will burn. They just won't contract anymore. And that is part of the lactic acid buildup, okay? And that gets flushed out of your system pretty quick, just in a few minutes, all right? This soreness that occurs the day after, 2 days, sometimes 3 days after a really good hard workout, especially when you're just getting back into the routine, is called delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS for short, all right? So what's really going on is when your body's not used to this and you're pushing yourself harder than normal, you're actually tearing down those little microscopic muscle fibers, all right? So we're creating millions and millions and millions of tears in our muscle fibers, okay? And it's just an injury is all it is. But it's just so small you can't see it. You're not gonna get a big swelling. You're not gonna get black and blue like if you had a bruise or anything. But there is a lot of damage there, and it's occurring all throughout the muscles that are being used, okay? So that's what is causing the soreness, guys. And it's very common, it's normal, it happens to me. All right, matter of fact, even when I am working out on a routine basis, and if I hit a workout really hard, I mean lots and lots of sets to failure, a lot of time under tension, a ton of volume, I will get sore in that particular muscle group for a couple days, sometimes 3 days. Now it's the good sore, okay? I'm just a little sore, I can feel it, I like it. But if I had laid off and not hit that muscle group for say 2 or 3 weeks and then killed it, I mean, I wouldn't just be a little sore, I would be just miserable pain. It'd be really, really bad. So guys, it happens to everybody. That's just the normal part of our physiology. So let's start, all right, with tip number 1. Don't even need to wear my glasses for this tip. And that is hydrate, guys. I know it's boring, water, but it really, really does help. So what's going on is, as your muscles are repairing all those, those damaged fibers, it does create little toxins and waste from the repair process, all right? So, your blood is flowing through those muscle fibers, but if it's too thick, if it's not well hydrated, if it doesn't have enough water, it really is not as efficient at flushing a lot of that stuff out of your muscle fibers. And so make sure you drink plenty of water, all right? And actually start that process before you do your workout and then continue it for the next couple of days. Make sure you drink more water than you think you need. Okay guys, tip number 2, and that is try to get a good amount of proteins and carbohydrates in you relatively soon after your workout, within an hour or two if possible, okay? So for you guys that are doing intermittent fasting and you're working out in the morning and you're not eating till noon, that's fine, you can't do it, just wait till noon. But make sure you get in a really good healthy meal with plenty of protein and plenty of carbohydrates as soon as possible after your workouts. And that's because your body takes those proteins and it breaks them down into amino acids, and the amino acids are what your muscles use to repair all those damaged fibers, okay? So, and then of course the carbohydrates are used to help restore the glycogen levels in our muscle fibers, and also the carbohydrates are used to produce insulin, and the insulin takes those amino acids and protein, and it acts like a little pickup truck, and it goes throughout your bloodstream and it delivers the amino acids to the muscle fibers. So the carbohydrates are an important part of a post-workout meal. It's not just protein, guys. So, protein shakes are fine, but smoothies are really better because they got a lot of protein and they got complex carbs in there. That's what you really want to do. All right, guys, tip number 3, sleep. All right, not another terribly exciting tip, but I promise, guys, it's super important. Remember, most people don't realize this, but while you're sleeping is when you're repairing and building the majority of that muscle back, okay? So most of the repair to all those damaged muscle fibers occur when you're resting and sleeping. And not only that, while you're sleeping, we're talking about, that good deep REM sleep. That's also when your body really ramps up production of all those good hormones that we need. And testosterone is one of the most important ones. And our body uses testosterone to help build and repair the muscle fibers that we tore down intentionally during those workouts. So sleep is really, really important. If you guys are only getting 4 or 5 hours sleep, you're killing yourself. So it's not just the soreness that's not being solved as well or as efficiently, but it's also you're not getting as much muscle growth out of the whole process. So why kill yourself working out if you're only going to get 75% return on your investment? So sleep is really important, guys, and to help with that sleep and the testosterone production while you sleep, at least give it a try. Try some supplements. I know we have one that I really like and use, and it's made for nighttime. It's called Anabolic Reload PM. All right, you take it just a little while before you go to bed, and not only does it promote additional testosterone production, natural production by your body, but it also really, really helps with the deep sleep. There's all kinds of cool ingredients in there. Just check it out on our website, and we have a list of the ingredients and literally what each ingredient is for. And I highly recommend you just kind of read through that and give it a try. I mean, some guys swear by the stuff, some guys, they can't tell much difference. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't work for you, just let us know. We'll refund your money. It's kind of a no-brainer. So give it a try, because sleep, guys, is way more important than you think when it comes to muscle growth and that repair process, which will minimize your soreness. Okay, guys, tip number 4 is a really easy one and fun. Take rest days, all right? It's kind of goes in conjunction with the sleep, but it's fine to take some rest days. Matter of fact, if you are so sore that you just feel miserable, skip, a day, throw an extra rest day in there, and then continue your workout plan. Just shift all of your workouts a day, towards the weekend. So rest is really, really important on just taking days off and just kind of letting your body heal. And it's not just the muscles that you're resting, it's your central nervous system, okay, that needs some rest. So that's really easy, guys. And on your rest days, guys, I recommend you do this. Do some very light cardio. Very light, all right? All we're trying to do is get the blood flowing, okay? Remember that blood flowing, especially if you're hydrated, is gonna help flush all the waste product and those toxins out of those muscle fibers that are repairing from the damage that we incurred upon them. So, and then also focus on, if you can, the muscle group that's hurting. So I have found that when my legs are really sore, getting on the stationary bike and pedaling for 5 or 10 minutes, and not hard and with very little resistance, okay? You're just kind of getting the legs moving, and you're not putting hardly any stress on them, but that gets the blood flowing. It makes my legs feel better when I get off the bike. So let's say it's a chest. You've done a hard chest workout and your chest is killing you. So getting on the bike, okay, will help some, but it's really not getting a lot of blood flow to your chest. So I would recommend just stretching your chest muscles, maybe doing some light flexing, or even a super, super light bands or dumbbells. Not enough to actually strain, just a tiny bit, okay, of resistance to get the blood flowing to whatever muscle group is bothering you. And don't do it for very long, okay? All you're doing is getting the blood in there. You're not actually trying to cause any damage or stress on those muscles. All right, guys, tip number 5 is my least favorite and the most painful. Ice bath, okay? Or just a cold shower, right? None of you guys are really gonna have access to an ice bath. Those are, really serious athletes. You'll see NBA players, people like that who just beating themselves up day after day. They will literally get in a tub up to here full of ice water, and it is painful to watch. So in lieu of doing that, just get in the shower, take a nice cold shower, as cold as you can bear, 5 or 10 minutes long if you can, all right? So that will really help. It's like, when you sprain an ankle or something like that and you have inflammation, you take an ice pack, you put it on the injury, and it makes the blood vessels constrict, okay? And that helps to push some of the swelling out of the area. That's all we're doing with these ice baths, so or cold showers, I should say. So it's not very fun. Some of you guys will embrace it and absolutely love it. Some people swear by it. It doesn't hurt to give it a try. See how it works for you. Okay, 6, guys. This is a fun one. Massage. Oh my gosh. If you can find a good masseuse, man, what a great way to help with the muscle soreness. And of course, that's easier said than done, and it ain't cheap. So the poor man's version, which is what I do a lot, is foam roll. Okay, so have you a little cheap foam roller. They're only about $10 or $12, okay? Just get out on the floor and roll it out, okay? And so yes, it's gonna be painful, but that's kind of part of the deal here, guys. We're trying to focus on the areas with these foam rollers that hurt the most, all right? And just kind of sit there with the pressure on the sore muscle and just try to relax and breathe deep and just kind of try to let the stress go away. And then, you'll move it back and forth, whether it's on your leg or your shoulder, it doesn't matter. Just try some foam rolling, and if you're lucky enough and can afford it, man, massages are fantastic. All right, guys, I saved the last tip, number 7, all right? The best for the last and the easiest. Oh, wow. And that is pop a pill. So anti-inflammatories really work great, all right, for muscle soreness. So you try whatever works best for you. I like to use Aleve because it lasts for 12 hours, but ibuprofen is really good. That's what they are. They're anti-inflammatories. And experiment with ones, figure out what works for you. But dude, you get sore, just take those for a couple of days. Aleve I just take twice a day. Ibuprofen I think wears off after about 4 hours or so. There's nothing wrong with it, all right? You're not getting addicted to it, but it really will help with the soreness. It's dirt cheap and it's super easy. All right, guys, a bunch of, random little tips and tricks that I use when I get sore, and things that I've recommended to clients and guys on the internet for years and years and years. And I get feedback from everybody around the world telling me what works for them and what doesn't work. So, you're not gonna know until you experiment with all these different things. Some of them are gonna work fantastic, like the Anabolic Reload PM works wonders for some guys. Some people absolutely love, the cold showers or the ice baths. They fall in love with it. It changes their lives. You just never know. But 7 different ideas. I guarantee you at least 2 or 3 of these are going to work fantastic for you guys. So give them a shot. And then remember, guys, if you stick with it and never give up on yourself, the results are going to follow and you're really going to like it.